So I haven't really slept for shit at all. Still a lot of anxiety. But for most part, I'm doing alright. Even with all the shit going on. Still dealing with the hurt and all that stuff, but a lot of questions are being answered and stuff. Like I have a couple friends that work up at Oregon Health Science University, and I had my hunches on that situation. And one of them, they work one or two floors below neurology. I actually had to go to the neurologist there at OHSU myself for my neurofibromatosis. But I learned that on Wednesdays, the day that she went to go there, on Wednesdays they don't generally have any appointments at all, because they do basically, I don't know how you call it, like a company, or it's like the whole building itself, every floor has these like learning seminars and meeting type things. So kind of hard to go see a neurologist if they basically close the building down for the day, don't take any appointments, and are focusing on meetings. So I think what somebody did is they went out and got a little dick and got some confidence to tell me that they're cheating. Because, I don't know, the story that I was given, it didn't sound like, no. Usually I can tell when there's truth being told, especially by her. And yeah, I had my questions, and because I have friends that work at Oregon Health Science University. Like I said, I know a few people that work there, and I decided to, ask a question. I kind of started to chuckle because I'm not surprised anymore. I'm hurting. Yeah, I'm angry, but I'm just not as angry as I was even like yesterday. I'm more or less just really hurting. And I'm trying to stay positive even with the bullshit going on. I already know that whether it's on my own or in time, I will find some, I may or may not find someone else. I just I don't care, but I also am one of those people that I don't like jumping from bed to bed to bed like some people do. And then say they don't do that. Oh, they do. They definitely do. Because now, knowing a lot of this even explains when somebody says that they can't shave certain spots, and I have to do it for them, then they pull the shit and they leave me, and then they come back, clean as a baby's bottom per se. When they complain they can't reach it, and I'm looking at them going, well, then who did that for you? If you can't reach this, and do it right, well, I got a new razor. Really? Because that's strange, because somehow you can't reach with that razor anymore, when you're back. So there's a lot of things, given how much I've been lied to, and then that one moment where she finally was honest to me, it's made me look at every fucking time. And realistically, every time that she's done that, she's put me in chance of getting an STD. And you keep bouncing around with strange people. you know those strange people don't have a problem doing the same thing. And see, something I can tell you is I get a little paranoid about that shit. There's a reason why I've never had an STD in my life. I've had 6 serious relationships, 6 total. 4 of those relationships was with the same 2 people. So in the long run, you might as well say I had 2 long-term relationships that were off and on, and then I had just 2 long-term relationships that last a couple of years, and that was that. But I learned that you can't just carry your baggage into the next and then start. And if you're in a relationship and you're still dealing with stuff from your previous, you don't project the shit of your ex into that relationship. If you're having some troubles, all that stuff, even if something reminds you and you might communicate it, not, you can't sit there and keep punishing. You can't punish that person for what your ex did, and then keep doing that shit. I learned a long time ago that you need to take that, whether a relationship ends on a good note or bad note. Because I can tell you, they think that things are getting good for them, and it's good enough. No, when you're cheating on people and you're throwing them away like you are, that's not ending on a good note, and that doesn't mean things are getting better. If you have to cheat like that, you're not actually doing better. You're actually doing worse. Regardless if the person might have better financial standards, better home, whatever. You're actually doing worse when you do that. Because it shows that you had to step lower. You actually had to become a piece of shit to, in essence, manipulate someone else into thinking that the person that you're cheating on is the piece of shit. And in the end, that you're just going to do it to that person. I definitely... Sorry, the grass is dry and I don't want to be throwing a hot cigarette in it. But no, I'm still going to be on a little bit of a roller coaster. You're still going to probably see me, have that momentary, not necessarily momentary, but you're still going to see me upset here a few times. But the more things that I'm learning, the more I'm not surprised. And it's not like it's the less I care. It's more or less, it's like when I suspected when my wife was cheating on me, I didn't have solid proof. And the moment I had that solid proof, it was an immediate instant goodbye. And see, if somebody wants it over with and they think they're doing good, they wouldn't be cheating. 2, they wouldn't have to go and force the person they're cheating on to provide a roof over their head. Because if they got it good, then the new fuck buddy would be able to provide that roof for them and help them out, at least until they got a new place, if they're so much better. Unless that person is themselves married or in a relationship. Which would be, yeah. Say if, because obviously, like I said, this has been going on for, she's been seeing this person for at least 2-3 months. That's when I started distancing myself, and I just started picking up on that stuff. And then when she said what she did, and then I talked to my friends that work up there at the hospital up there, and I learned that. It's that kind of hurt, angry, confused laugh going on. No surprise, but yeah. If you have to lie to everybody, to make yourself feel better, you're not actually feeling better. You're actually lying to yourself too. And if you have to keep lying to yourself like that while you're doing something that you know downright is extremely fucked up and really wrong, and that when you want to talk about, things not being healthy, like I said, you have to look in the mirror. If you have to stoop to the audacity of keep cheating on the person you're with and talking shit about them, and you're saying you're doing so much better, that's not doing better. You're just trying to convince yourself that what you're doing is okay. Anyways, I've got to get myself a little bit of a nap. I haven't slept really at all. I haven't really ate for shit. My body starts to somewhat shut down. I don't eat well when under a lot of stress. Hi, turkey boy. Hi, big guy. I don't eat well when I'm stressed out, and I actually will start losing weight rapidly. So here, probably about a week, you'll start. Yeah. But I'm always gonna love that person. And I admit it. I'm dumb enough to not give up, but I'm not gonna be opening my door to that anytime soon. Until she can be honest with herself, she can be honest with our child, until she can be honest with her family, the people in my family that she's been lying to. They all get one side of the fucking story. That's all they've gotten. And I've said this at times before, if you form your opinions just specifically on one side of a situation, you're a fucking idiot. But plus, there's also some people like to have this habit of calling you on like two-way streets. The problem is they want to stand on their side of the street while you clean up theirs, and basically while you clean up their side of the road and yours. They're too busy trying to focus on what you're doing on your side of the road to blame you and create potholes than they are focused on correcting their shit. There's only so long people can bury their shit before their real them starts to come out. And the fact with my autism and all that stuff, I know there was times in my life that I've masked. And those that don't have any form of autism that try to mask, they're not very, very good at it unless they're like a Hollywood actor. And over time, that mask will come down. It'll start to fall apart. I just know that things are, I've got some hurdles to get through, but it's going to get better. I had to deal with the lies before, and I proved those lies wrong. And I can do it again if I have to. But until then, I'm just going to deal with, just kind of, I guess, let, the coping and kind of just airing my shit out a bit, just get it out. And so that way, when the time comes, I'm not taking any of this bullshit that was put onto me because somebody else's ex was a piece of shit. I wasn't the easiest to be with, but I just don't deal with that shit. And that's when I started fighting back, started arguing. There was just a lot. And I've already to be honest, I already did this video earlier. I got about an hour and 40 something minutes and I ended up deleting it. But no, I'm just trying to focus on the healing. And then the fact that, she's calling the police. She's threatened me 3 times in one day, or in just a couple days. Yeah, she just kept threatening me. And so at some point, like I said, smart people will start to see the truth eventually. You can spray paint a turd gold. It's still not gonna be a gold bar. It's still gonna be a piece of shit. Just spray paint it gold until they change their attitude and how they deal with people and how they deal with their own problems and stop putting on to others to fix it. Otherwise, they demonize and make them into monsters. They're not going to get better. It's going to get worse for them. Have a good day.